Tell me, how does it feel to finally be here?
It's so cool. I've been such a fan of Barnes and Noble. Like, I used to just go hang out in Barnes and Noble like all the time with my family and read books on a Saturday afternoon and get tea. So this is really cool, and it's finally out there, and you guys can read it. It's been 4 years, so it's pretty crazy to finally have it be here.
What was this process like for you?
It was hard because I was filming Two Broke Girls at the same time, and yeah, I did a play and all that, but it was really awesome because sort of as I was writing it, I was on the journey myself, so it was really real. And new tips and stuff I would sort of throw in as I was trying the recipe or as I was trying a new workout or all of those sorts of things. So yeah, I mean, really, honestly, what happened was I was, a nanny sharing a 1-bedroom apartment when I got Two Broke Girls, and, had the stress of, day-to-day life, but my life changed overnight in such a big way when the show came around, and my hours changed as far as like working. I was working so many long hours, but I was still eating like 2 donuts a day for breakfast and like ramen and mac and cheese, and Dawn and Caroline know on set our donut mornings. And eventually I got this kind of like Game of Thrones grayscale like skin rash all over my body. It was very attractive. And my doctor, I went through a bunch of doctors. I thought maybe I had, psoriasis or some sort of like autoimmune disorder. And finally a biopsy, it came back and it was basically deep-rooted stress and my immune system had crashed. So my doctor was like, stop the donuts, pound spinach, and learn how to manage stress. And that's how I learned transcendental meditation, which, God, if there's one thing that's changed my life completely, it's meditation. That's like the one thing I don't miss. If I eat pizza and don't work out that day, I never miss meditating.
Yeah, that was the one thing that I picked out after reading the book, was that not a lot of people believe in or support a holistic approach, right? As long as your diet is on point and your exercise is, the whole mindfulness practices aren't as important. You spend an entire
they're the most important.
Yeah, tell me more about that.
Yeah, well, I think the only way to really find true happiness is to slow down and take care of ourselves, and especially as women. I think selfish is a bad word in our society, but I think it's so important, because if you're giving all the time to everybody else and you're not taking care of yourself, then you're serving from an empty vessel. There's nothing left to give. So for me, the me talks, the part of me is really me and you. It's like whatever works for you is sort of, if each of you takes one thing away from this, that's all I really hope for, because everybody's different, and I hope I have enough varied material in here that everybody here will find one tip helpful, and hopefully, further your path to a happier life.
So on that, we have some questions from the audience. We will be taking more.
Okay.
This one kind of aligns with what you were just saying, so I'm going to start off by reading it. So I identify with your character from Two Broke Girls because I had to start on my own from scratch after graduating from Yale.
Yale.
Yeah, right? Yeah. What's the best advice for a young woman trying hard to survive on her own?
Oh, yeah. Gosh, the best advice. Prioritizing self-care. I mean, really taking time to get to know yourself, find what feels good, I think a lot of times we work from a place of judgment with social media now. It's constant, and we're always trying to check off a box or achieve a certain goal, but really, when you slow down and you get to know yourself, it's like if you don't like to run, but you want to lose 10 pounds still, whatever, you'll make yourself miserable running, and then you lose the 10 pounds, and then what? You're miserable because you hate running. It's like, I think, I think the best advice I would give is get to know yourself better, and the only way to do that is to slow down, whether that's, taking time to meditate or being around animals, turning your phone off and walking your dog around the neighborhood, but really smelling smells, being in your body. We function so much up here, but when we really drop into our bodies is really when I think we get in touch with who we authentically are. And for me, it's been a journey. Horses and cooking is a form of meditation, and what I put in my body. I mean, so yeah, slowing down and prioritizing self-care would be my first few
wonderful tips for the
Yale grad, although you probably know way more than me. Oh yeah, there you
go. Great question. So the next question, you talk about a lot of things related to mental and physical health in the book. If you could only do one thing each morning, what would it be and why?
meditation, as I've said. That is like the one thing I don't miss. And also recently I started Kundalini Yoga, which is actually not about working out. It's about breathing and being in your body, exactly what I'm talking about. And that's kind of now supplementing my meditation. So I have a 40-minute practice as opposed to 20 minutes.
Every morning?
Every morning.
You're doing Kundalini Yoga?
Yeah.
Wow.
But guys, you know, I'm not perfect. I'm sure there's going to be a morning. Now I'm doing it because I'm like on a book tour and I have to like handle stress and travel. So I'm sure there'll be a day when I miss. And you don't beat yourself up over it. That's the other thing too. Like once you slow down and you're prioritizing self-care, you have more self-love too, which I think is vastly important as well.
Absolutely.
And the hardest.
Absolutely. What other questions do we have from the audience?
Don't be shy. Hi.
Yes, gentleman in the plaid.
What is your favorite food and what is your least favorite food?
My favorite healthy or unhealthy food?
Well, both.
Okay, my favorite food in general is pizza and pasta and anything carbs. My favorite healthy food, probably fruit, like apples and blueberries, anything fruit. Yeah. What was the other? It was
The least favorite.
Oh, least favorite, kale. Yeah, but you know, pineapple is like an enzyme that counteracts the bitterness of the kale. So I drink my salads, and like honestly, I prefer to drink salads. I was traveling in New York to do Barnes & Noble there and some press, and I missed my Vitamix so badly because I won't choose to have a salad at lunch, even though I know I should. I just don't love the taste of salad. So I really, it's a struggle when I travel. I'm gonna start bringing a magic bullet or something.
They have a mini bullet.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. I looked it up. So yeah.
Totally. Thank you. Great question. What else? What else are you guys curious about for Beth? Yes.
Yeah, question with the horse therapy, equine
Yes.
therapy that you're working on, just talk a little bit more about your
Yeah.
what you're doing there.
Yeah, well, we have a horse on Two Broke Girls named Chestnut, and over the years, I just noticed how much I love having him on set, and I got to know our trainer, Scott, our horse trainer, really well, and I was like, oh, I always feel so much better when the horse is around. And so Whitney Cummings, actually, who co-created Two Broke Girls, told me about this amazing program in Topanga, which is equine guided education with horses completely bareback and bitless, so it's all natural. And I started doing that and noticed my panic attacks got less because I was learning how to ground and be in my body. And then I rescued a horse of my own because I didn't even know like horse rescue was a thing, but I do a lot of work with the ASPCA, and so they were like, you know, you should really rescue. There's so many amazing horses that need homes, and then I rescued her, and so my journey with her has just been amazing. And actually, we just launched an equine therapy program for survivors of sexual assault and abuse called She Her Power. And we had our first program with women in Northern California a few months ago. And every single one of them emailed us after, oh, it makes me so like happy, and said it changed their lives. So our next one's in October, and I will remember that weekend for the rest of my life. And it was, I'm really excited and most passionate about that right now. Yeah. So horses are awesome is basically what I'm saying. Caroline. Caroline to Caroline.
What's your favorite recipe in the book? Smoothie.
Oh, smoothie. There's one called the Smooth Down Smoothie that counteracts belly bloat because of like an enzyme in pineapple, but I just like the taste of it. God, I like them all. There's one called Chocado, which tastes like a chocolate milkshake, and I specifically put that in for my grandma, who still has yet to try one recipe from this book. She texted me a photo. I dedicated the whole book to her because she said she won't drink the green sludge, and she's fighting cancer. She needs to be drinking the green sludge, and she still hasn't tried any of the recipes, and she texted me a photo of her with a chocolate milkshake from Baskin Robbins, and was like, and I'm like, Graham, I wrote this whole book for you, and I keep telling her there's one in there that's made with cacao and avocado, and it tastes like a chocolate milkshake. I'm telling you, it tastes like a chocolate milkshake. And she won't even try it because she's like, I don't like avocado. I'm like, you've never even had an avocado. How do you know you don't like it? So yeah, those are my favorites.
Yes, the lovely lady in the back with the jean jacket on.
And the pretty hair.
So my question is a bit general. Your TV show is such a huge hit, even because I personally think it's the most genius TV show out there right now.
Oh, thank you.
do you ever feel, having this huge audience, especially a lot of teenagers, do you ever feel some kind of pressure, or in general, some kind of pressure on the products you take part of? And also, since we live in this TV show era, if there is any role or any TV show that you would love to perform in?
Oh my God, those are just so many good questions.
So pressure, is there any pressure on the
Pressure.
parents you support?
You know, it's interesting. I was very lucky to be raised. My parents were really good parents, and I feel like kindness and love and being a part of your community and giving back and being kind to everyone, like just general basic, like normal day-to-day way that I grew up is how I still try to live my life. And so I hope that if there are young women following us, I mean, look, we all make mistakes. I'm not perfect, and you know, I'm sure Kat would say the same thing. But you know, I will say, and Caroline and Dawn can attest to this, like we have an amazing set. We have the most amazing crew, the most amazing cast, and I'm not just saying that. Like everybody, you can whisper to them after, and they'll be like, no, everybody really gets along. And so I hope and I feel like you can see that on camera and in interviews. And so I think that that's exciting that you can see sort of a camaraderie and a family environment that we're creating through the art. But as far as pressure, I mean, I do feel like if you have a platform, you should use your voice to give back. And that's the book, and also obviously She Heard Power is sort of my contribution to trying to use at least having a voice in this day and age and use it. And hopefully I do an okay job. I mean, I don't know, my fiance has good stories. He'll be like, she's a big nerd. She's not a role model. She fell down the stairs today. But you know.
And are there any roles? She wanted to know, are there
Oh,
any roles
right.
that you would play or that you're seeing now that you
Yes. Gosh, I would love to do the Wicked movie. I keep getting asked about that. My manager's here. Maybe they can make that happen. I keep getting asked in media about that because that's a dream role, Wicked. As far as TV roles, I really love Broad City. It's really funny. If we had to switch the two broke girls with Broad City, that'd be pretty funny. Like Kat and I go do Broad City and they do the diner. That'd be fun.
What other questions do we have? Yes. Hi.
So growing up in the Midwest, I know you're from Lancaster.
Yeah.
Amish country.
Shout out to Amish country.
So I recently became a vegetarian, but growing up with potatoes, I find it hard to eat a lot of vegetables like kale.
Yeah.
My wife here, she's all about the
Awesome.
and the kale on that. Myself, I struggle, especially when I'm out at work. I work in the hotel industry.
Yeah, and it's busy and
it's
long
like, they're
hours.
like, well, there's salad bar. That's not sustainable. Any advice on like things I should try?
Yeah, well, smoothies, because honestly, I don't really like vegetables at all either, and that's changed my world. If you do like the glass ball mason jars, which are super cheap on Amazon, and you make it the night before, I bring it and put it in my dressing room and drink it in the mornings at work. So that's just a way to like pound your greens and get them first thing in the morning, as much roughage as you can. I mean, if you pack your Vitamix, you can get like celery, cucumber, spinach, you can get the roughage you need for the day. And then, you know, beyond that, I'm a big firm believer in snacking. Trail mix, I have a great trail mix recipes in here. Nuts, seeds, you know, almond butter rice cakes, brown rice cakes, unsalted almond butter. Just preparing meals too. I usually do Sunday with our work schedule. I prepare Sunday night for our shooting days, Monday, Tuesday, my lunches, and then Wednesday night I'll do for Thursday, Friday rehearsal. And then the weekends, I friggin' go have wine and pizza and do what I want. But yeah, so scheduling it is also really important. And even when you're really tired, forcing yourself to like just make the smoothie the night before because you know you'll have it in the morning. Or wake up early.
I still have too many carbs. That's my problem.
I love carbs too. Yeah, well, you know, everything in moderation, and it tastes so much better when you haven't had, like if you do like reserve it for the weekends or something and knowing you're gonna have it, the pizza actually does taste better. Like when you've waited for it, you know? But then sometimes we'll be late night on set and I'll order a pizza because I'm like dying for a carb because I'm trying to power through shooting, and you gotta do that too. So listen to your body, and the more you know your body, I say, the better. What works for you?
I can go along with him and say, so do you have any advice for Katie and Kat
because oh my God, I eat really well. Like I really do. I'm really healthy. But that caffeine, it's like as soon as I kick it, I'll be good for 3 or 4 months, and then I find some different form of caffeine.
Did a doctor say for you to do it, or you just want you to be completely pure and clean?
Yeah,
which
I
I
realized-
bow down to you because that's really difficult.
Like I'm drinking coffee right now, and I can tell you, I hate coffee. I hated coffee for my entire life, and now I'm becoming an addict of the isogenic like coffee and green tea, and I'm just like, I want to just drink coffee. Why? I don't know why I'm doing this to myself. And I can't stop.
Well, I used to on set on Too Broke. I mean, honestly, I used to always have to have like tea before we go into our shoot night, like that afternoon slump. And meditation, my second one. So I have 20 minutes morning and then 20 minutes of transcendental in the afternoon. The second one stopped that afternoon slump. So maybe there's an app called Headspace, and I think you can even do like 5-minute ones. Like at least for if you're having caffeine all day long, that's a great like replacing meditation with caffeine.
I make smoothies. So I have like a cup in the morning and then a cup when I like the afternoon. I get like, oh my God, I need
Yeah.
And because I have a hard time finding time for myself.
Right, you're a mom and of course.
Special needs mom, it's just like I'm trying to do like exercising and stuff, and I'm like.
Well, sometimes you can't do it all, and I think it's important also to like be okay with that and know that if you have 5 minutes to go on Headspace, that's enough. And I think that's like something for me because I'm a go, and I want to check boxes and I want to make sure I achieve my goals and all that. But honestly, like, and I'm still on the journey, so I am not an expert in any way. But even 5 minutes and like relishing that time, or 10, or you know, if your lovely husband can let you go to a restorative yoga class or something once a week, but making sure that you do just take as much time as you can, and when it's not possible, don't beat yourself up. You sound like you're doing way better than me. You should have a book, honestly. Like, I think that is your journey. You should write.
I'm already learning things. But honestly, I wanted your book anyway, but honestly, we're here for him because he loves you.
Oh my God, what's his name?
His name is Dylan.
Hi, Dylan. Thank you so much. You're going to come and get a picture, and we're going to hang.
Yeah, we drove from Oceanside just so he could meet you.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Well, does he like smoothies?
We're working on that.
Okay, so you gotta try, if they make a smoothie from this book, don't be like my grandma and try the smoothie.
He loves his veggies. He's
Oh, see, you should write a book too. Look at that. Everybody here can just write their own detox. Barnes & Noble, you're gonna get so many new books. It's gonna be great.
So I have a question for you from the book specifically too.
Okay.
Something that I found interesting was that you focus on is, again, ditch your diet. And you're talking about taking baby steps. And like you were just expressing, even if it's 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, it's still something.
It's enough.
And
And
giving-
it's enough.
Yes.
It's okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so since you were going through that process, how has that helped you ditch the diet or just stay on track?
You know what? You because you start slow, you really are able to see the benefits. Like if you do 1 day without sugar, and then the other days you're still having the sugar, you actually are able, because you're having the sugar the other days, to feel the difference. So I think that's really important. Starting small also, you usually stick to it. Going full turkey works for maybe a month or however long you commit to it, and then it's back. So, 80-20 rule, like the moderation 80-20 rule that everybody says, I truly buy into because you shouldn't deprive yourself. Starting small and then working right up, and that getting to know yourself and what feels good and what works for you is like the base, like that's number one because you're not even going to know where to go from there. So experiment. 1 day without sugar, 1 day making smoothies, all of those sorts of things.
And there is no right or
tips
wrong
in
way.
here.
There just
No,
is.
there is no right or wrong way. And knowing that that's okay and you're enough, and that's important.
What other questions do we have? Yes, in the blue.
Besides the character you play, of course, on Two Broke Girls, who is your favorite character on that show?
Sophie. Jennifer Coolidge makes me laugh more than anybody ever, in life and at like the Thanksgiving dinner table. So, Sophie. If I could switch roles with anybody on the show, I'd want to be Sophie so bad because she gets to do those ridiculous things, and I love it.
Thank you.
Yeah, next question. Gentleman in the back.
Yeah, hi, I know your work work permits you only so many amount of hours as far as sleep, but aside from work, how many hours of sleep would you allocate yourself, or do you prefer like on a nightly basis or weekly?
Yeah, I think it depends on the person. For me, I need 8. Like, it's really hard for me if I don't have 8. I just started actually turning off my phone 2 hours before bed. This is new, this isn't in the book, but just something I was reading a lot with Ariana Huffington and what she said about sleep. And I started turning off my phone 2 hours before bed because you get on emails and your mind, or you get on Instagram and your mind goes. So turning it off, and then I try to do like a not a ritual, but like take a hot shower,
Shut down early?
like shut down, read a real book as opposed to something on a Kindle. I think there's Kindles where the light isn't, where it looks like a book or whatever. But really taking the time to decompress and be off technology has been major for me with getting sleep. Also, there's this woman called Yoga with Adriene, and she has free 5-minute YouTube videos, and there's a ton for sleep, and it's not a workout. It's literally just moving your body and getting into restful mode or meditating. I mean, there's all sorts of things too that can kind of ground you and get you ready. Sometimes it works for me too if I'm really anxious to write everything that I'm anxious about, and then right after write 5 things I'm grateful for, because you get everything out you need, and then you're but I'm okay. My life's all right. It's great. In fact. So yeah, all those have helped me recently, but I need 8 or else I feel it. Meditation helps though too because it's deep rest. So if you haven't gotten the 8 hours, but you're doing your 20 minutes twice a day, your energy should still be pretty awesome. Hopefully.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any other questions?
Yes. What advice would you give to a 16-year-old self?
Advice to a 16-year-old self.
Gosh. Probably what I've been giving all of you, which is, don't worry about checking off boxes or attaining a certain level of something. Don't make that the priority over enjoying the journey, because so you get it and then what? If you haven't enjoyed it and you have it, what's the point? So I would tell my 16-year-old self to slow the fuck down, girl. Live your life. Slow down, enjoy it. Cook some chili with your fiance and get off your phone emails and just relax. Yeah. Actually, I didn't have a fiance at 16. So at 16, I'd be like, stop listening to show tunes in the parking lot of high school, where the guy you want to go to prom with is listening to you be like, no one mourns the wicked. It's cool it. Chill out. Yeah.
Any other questions? Yes.
Yes. The lady with the dark hair in the back.
Can you talk about your website?
Oh, yes, Nicole, I can. We've actually lost... Do you have a shirt with the book on it?
Yes, I do.
That's so cool. I just saw it. Sorry. Check out her shirt and then go to the totalmetalks.com, because we just launched a website that's, our goal is to empower women and bring all of our voices together. So there's going to be all sorts of things on there, recipes from the book and recipes and things like that, but also essays about being a woman and being in society and using our voices to come together and create change. So thanks, Nicole.
That's Total Me Talks, so TOT.
TotalMeTalks.com. Yes.
Any other questions?
Oh, yes.
What book have you recently read other than your own that you would recommend to us?
The Alchemist. I just reread it. The Alchemist and, gosh, Patti Smith's Just Kids. I was recently in New York, and I like to reread it when I'm in New York because it makes me feel cool. I know. But that's just I'm a big autobiography nerd. I love to read about other people's lives. It's fun. So Patti Smith and The Alchemist, I'd say. Yeah.
Well, thank you, everybody,
Thank
for
you.
joining us for the Q&A. Round of applause for Beth. Yeah. Lenny, are you going to intro us to the sign-on?
We are about ready to sign now. So just stay seated where you are. Again, thank you, Beth, for joining us. Thank you, Heather, for helping us out.